This is Kiki's favorite tool, isn't it, Kiki? She is a dab hand with a hammer. All of the pictures that you see around the flat, she put up herself. I have to stack some chairs so she can reach them, but then she is away. She hung this one. And this one as well. Oh! I am ready for some heavy lifting. Would you like to join me? And welcome back to GYOG. Here I am in my workshop because, well, today is the day where we start putting everything together. Oh, yo! It is a lot of hard work. I have got my hard hat and my high-vis vest and my boiler suit and all of my tools because, you know, all of these things are useful when you are thinking about putting something together that has a lot of different parts. There is a lot of work to be done to be putting our shows together. Oh, yo. But you don't have to be worried about that. You can take as long as you want. You can move stuff around and put things in and take things out. Maybe you think, oh, I am going to write a little bit more text. Maybe you think, I need a different bit of music. Maybe you say, I don't like that movement at all. I'm not going to have any movement in my show. In and out, move things around as much as you want until you are happy. Oh, yo. It is your show, after all. Now, here on my workbench today, I have all of these things that we have been working on, all the way from episode 1 to now. Let's have a little look. We have, well, the text from episode 1 here. Then we have the movement sequence that is written out, but you have the movements maybe that you have been working on from episode 2. Then for episode 3, we have our piece of music. I have just put piece of music on here, but it's a piece of music you picked from the Spotify playlist as I sent you. Then we have the lighting plan, our 3 states that we were working on. And I have my sweet wrappers as well, and I also have my shadow puppet. There's quite a lot of stuff I have for the lighting. Number 5, we have our little model box. That is the box of the room or rooms that we are going to be doing our show in. And finally, we have our costume. And here's my costume here, hanging up for inspiration, you know, as I start to put everything together. Phew, that is a lot of stuff we have been doing. Wow. We have been hard at work, that is for sure. No wonder I am so tired. Now, maybe you have all of these things and you already know what your show is about. That is very good. But maybe you are not so sure yet. Oh, yo, now is the time to decide. Now is when you look at all of the stuff you've done and all of the things that you are excited about and you'd make a decision. This is what my show will be about. It is about a castle. It is about an adventure in the snow. It is about a mission to Mars. It is about the slime and how it takes over the world. It is about a dance class on the moon. It is about the cat competition where a naughty cat is cheating. Can be whatever you want, but now is the time to decide. I'm talking to you. It's time to make a decision. Oh, yo. I am like the judge. Now is time to make the decision. Final. That is good. Someone needs to do that to me sometimes when I am like, oh, dithering, dathering, bang that hammer. Make me decide. Okay. So, look carefully at all of the stuff you have done and make a decision about what your show will be about. Maybe you don't feel inspired by the text. Or maybe you think, the movement, that is not really for me. Maybe you think, I want it all to be dance. I don't want any lighting. I don't want any music. I just want it to be all movement. That is fine too. Maybe you want to do a show that is just lighting in a cupboard. It's just you exploring all the different types of lighting. For example, My friends Stefan and Elsa, they sent me a video of them rehearsing their show called It's a Catastrophe. And in the show, it is just lots of loud noises and different types of lighting, and they shout, "It's a catastrophe," over and over again. Now let me tell you, I like that kind of art. That is very good. Doesn't need to be anything more than that. Maybe you just stand on a chair and you just read your text in the middle of the room. That is great. That is really excellent. There are no rules, and it is your show, so you can do it however you want. I'm excited. Remember, you can also send me your videos using the hashtag Playdates or to the email in the link below. I would love to see what you have been doing. Oh, yo. Kiki would very much love to see all of these videos and any pictures you might have, any of the tasks that you have been doing. She especially likes the little model boxes because she likes to imagine getting in them and being a monster to scare all of the tiny people. So she would like that very much. Here is a top tip when you are pulling everything together. So when we are putting together a show, it might not have a story per se or like characters, but you should think about having a beginning, a middle and an end, because that is a good way to work out what it is you want your audience to experience. I have written Kiki. Now, you just have to get off. Yes, very good. I have a beginning, middle and end. This is a good thing to write on a bit of paper when you are thinking about this. How to start, what happens in the middle, and how to end. And you can just write your ideas on this with a pen. I actually like to use post-it notes because I am very bad at sticking with a decision. I like to move things around right up until the last minute. And with post-it notes, you can move them around. So, at the moment, I think that at the beginning, I am having Introduction to Slime, which is a song, in the shower. Because it's on a post-it note, I can move it. But at the moment, I think that is how the show will open. And then, well, I know there's an interval, and the interval for me will happen in the middle, which is normally where an interval is. So I think the bath in my show is the world of the slime, and my character has been sucked into the world of the slime and has turned into slime herself. But not in a scary way, in a happy way. Because she realizes she loves being slime and it is just the best thing. So in the bath at the end, I will be performing as a slime monster, and that is a good opportunity for me to get in my slimy movement. Do you remember? It is like this. I can do that movement in the bath at the end. So I know that's going to happen. I put slime monster world brackets in bath. So we open with Introduction to Slime, a song in the shower. Then we have an interval, and the show ends with me being in the bath, having been turned into slime. That is my show. It might not be very long. I think maybe it will be about 20 minutes. I'll have to see when I have rehearsed it. But that is very good, I think, because now I know what I need to work on, what I still need to write, what I need to find. Maybe at the end here, when I've turned into a slime monster, I should have changed costume because, well, I have turned into slime. Well, what would a happy, excited slime monster wear? I have to find out for that. You will probably find that there are lots of gaps in your show as you move through this. Things you want to add and move and continue working on, some new text, maybe some new music, perhaps a costume change. Now is the time to do it. It is the perfect time to work out exactly what your show will be made of. It is important to remember that the tasks I have been giving you over the past few episodes are only really inspirational ideas for you to try out, to get the creative juices flowing. You don't have to feel you have to stick to any of them. In fact, if you want, you can get rid of everything and just do something completely on your own without any of the stuff that I have suggested. That is fine. I don't mind at all. Remember, there are no rules in art. It is whatever makes you happy. So, once you have an idea of what your show is and what it will consist of, then you can start doing some rehearsing. Oh, yeah. Rehearsals are just going over the different things to practice to make sure you are happy with them. In the theatre, we will normally have lots of different people to help us with the rehearsals and bringing a show together. Oh, yeah. All of these people that when you go to the theatre, you don't see because they are all backstage running around, getting everything in the right place and making sure all of the performers are happy and the lights are on and the music turns on at the same time. We don't have any of these things, but these are all of the cogs that help make the machine go. My magical friend, Helen Comerford, is one of these very shiny and vital cogs that makes the show run. She is a producer. Sounds very professional, don't you think? And she works for Wise Children, which is one of the most exciting theatre companies in the whole of the UK. She is part of the team that plans and organises the show and brings everything together. And she is on the Zoom right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, hello, Helen. It's so nice to see you.
Hello, Veronika. It's lovely to see you.
That bow in your hair is really something magnificent.
Thank you very much. I thought I'd make an effort for you and your velvets.
Oh, my velvets, they are watching here. They will be very excited to see this lovely bow she's put in her hair for you, especially. Wowzers. So, maybe you could tell us a little bit about what it is that you do.
Well, I am a producer for a theatre company. So I work in the office and I look after budgets and schedules. And I've been doing that for a year, so I'm quite a new producer. But I used to be a stage manager and I would run backstage and look after shows and call the cues, so make all the lights and sound work. And I did that for 10 years before going into the office and looking after things from that end.
Wow, so to manage the stage is kind of to be managing everything and making sure that the show is not being naughty and not getting out of control.
It's exactly that. You have to look after the actors. You have to make sure that they're ready to go on stage. And sometimes you have to go and find them when they get locked in a toilet. That's happened before.
That has happened before?
It has happened before.
Oh, it seems like you have to be a very organised person to be a stage manager.
Oh, you have to be the most organised person. You're not just organising your life when you're a stage manager. You organise the actors and you organise the other technical departments because there are lots of people involved when it comes to putting on a show, especially backstage.
Yes, because sometimes I guess if you go and see a show, you might think, oh, there's 3 actors there. And you think maybe it is just those 3, but actually I guess it's almost like an iceberg. You see the tip of it. But underneath there is such a big iceberg, and that is all the other people.
It's exactly that. If you imagine a ballet and you've got one dancer on stage and it's a bare stage, but the next thing that's going to happen is a scene in a toy shop and it's going to have 15 people dressed as dolls. So backstage, while this one dancer is doing her thing, you've got 15 people getting changed really quickly. You've got stage managers running around with props, getting them ready to go on stage. You've got crew pushing around big set pieces, ready to put them on. And then at the right moment, it all goes whoosh, magically on, and you're in a toy shop.
Horse! And I guess if the stage manager and all the crew backstage are doing a good job, we don't know about any of that at all.
Absolutely not. Like, it's a stage manager's job not to be seen. So you run around wearing black mostly, and yeah, if it's all going smoothly, you won't see a stage manager at all.
Wow, it is such a magical job to just be in and out of the shadows. But you are really the one that's making everything come together.
Yeah, you're like a ninja.
A theatre ninja. Wow, that is a great job, I must say. And actually, I guess coming on from that, because we are talking about, a big stage, lots of people, a big theatre. But obviously, with GYOG here, with my Velvets, we are talking about creating a show in your house. Maybe it will just be one person who is doing everything. So I guess on that note, if you were making a show in your house, what do you think are the most important things to remember?
Okay, well, you've got to think about your audience. You've got to think about where your audience are going to sit and what your audience can see. That's really important. That's why backstage is so important. So if you have your stage, you might need a little sheet or a door that you can pop behind if you want to get changed or if you want to pick up a prop. So you've got a little backstage area, you've got your stage, you've got your audience sitting and watching.
Yeah. Maybe our Velvets will have someone at home they can ask to help them, and they will ask them, will you be my stage manager?
Yeah. And your stage manager, if you ask them nicely, they might be able to do your lights and your sound, and they might be able to move furniture in and out if maybe you need a table.
That is very good. And then I guess if they don't have someone to help them, it is still important to think. Oh, like you say, I do need someone to turn the light out. That person will have to be me, so I must think about when that will happen. And what do you think is your most important item in your toolkit?
Oh, it's your watch. So you need to know when everything happens, and everyone else needs to know when everything happens. And if everything's going to schedule, then you'll be ready for the audience to come in.
Oh, yes. Well, actually, that is very good to think about, because today I am asking my Velvets to make a poster for their show. On the poster, they will have to say, I guess, what time it is going to be on. Is there anything else that they should think about when they are creating their poster?
So I think on your poster, you need to answer 3 questions. You need to tell your audience what it is. So you need a nice big title and maybe a picture that shows you what the show is about. You need to answer when it is, so your date and your time, and then you need to tell them where it is. So even if it's only in your house, you can say, in the living room. We're going to put on Hamlet in the kitchen at 7 p.m. on the 8th of June.
That is very clever. These are all very important things to think about. But how much do you think the audience need to know before they come in? Do we leave some stuff as a mystery?
Oh, yeah. I think you definitely need some stuff to surprise them when they come in. But you do have to remember that audiences have a choice. So the audience doesn't have to come and see your show. You have to give them enough information to hook them in. Like sometimes it might be the title. Someone's like, The Lion King, I know about that, I'm going to go see that. Or sometimes it might be a setting. If there's a show that's in World War II and the poster's a big historical poster, someone might think, I'm really interested in World War II, I'm going to go and see that show. Or sometimes it might be the people who are involved. So if you know that your family are going to come and see a show because you're in it, put that on the poster. Say, starring your name.
Veronika Velvet.
Exactly.
I'm going to put that on my poster, that's for sure.
I think that your poster needs to represent your show. So if you have a really funny comedy, you probably want a big, bold, colourful poster. Or if you've got a tragedy which is going to make everyone sad, but sad in a good way, then you might want it to be a bit darker. And also, you can always use a little tagline. So you can tell people a tiny bit about what it is. You can say a new musical or a riotous comedy or a beautiful love story.
A beautiful love story. Oh, that is great. So you kind of maybe you boil down and you think, what is this show about if I had to say it in a sentence?
Yeah. So the audience know what they're going to get.
I like that idea very much. This is very good tips now.
I think with your show, you have to remember how much you love it and how much you want to do it, because it can get a little bit stressful if you're running around trying to get everything ready and trying to get your show ready for your audience, and you can kind of forget why you decided to do it and why it's so important to you. So I think just remember why you love it and why you want to do it and have lots and lots of fun.
That is actually fantastic advice, because I think sometimes we work so hard towards something and then we are getting there and we are thinking, oh, it is not happening the way I planned it. and we
Yeah.
start to get stressed and worry. But I think that's very good because you must remember why we did it in the first place. It's just to have something fun to do.
Just to have something fun and to share something fun and beautiful with people that you love. And I think that's great.
Oh, that is really lovely. Thank you, Helen. This has been really a fantastic interview, and I have learned some very good things about planning because I do not have a watch, and I wonder whether maybe I should get one.
I think you probably should. I think if you've got a clock, that works too, or use your phone, or a sundial, or, you'll be okay.
Okay, Helen. Well, I'll speak to you very soon.
Speak to you soon, Veronika.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
So, here is today's special task. You must make a poster for your show. Oh, this is very exciting. Like Helen said in the Zoom meeting, people will only know when and where your show is if you have made a poster. So, we are going to make a poster with the name of the show, the date, and the time. Oh, So, here I am going to make my poster. I will put it up in the hallway for Kiki to see. I have decided that I am going to call my show, Oh, It's the Slime. Exclamation mark. So there's the title of the show. And then I'm going to have slime coming down all over the floor. And we're going to be like falling or gloopy and stuff. Oh yes, that's nice. Looping off the S is fun. And then so things to think about when you are making your poster. Well, you want it to be eye-catching, so not too complicated actually, just a simple image. Like Helen said, it is good to have a tagline that is, what is the show about in one line, or who is it for? I put a scary adventure for all humans and cats using music and dance. So, if you are a human or a cat, you know, this is a good show for me, but it is a bit scary. And it has music and dance. Will I like it? Well, hopefully they will. And now at the bottom, the time and the place. So 6:30 p.m. on the 11th of July in the bathroom. Then I'm also going to put no latecomers. That is when, if people come after 6:30, I will not let them in, because Kiki has a habit of being late sometimes. And I'll also say there will be an interval. There will be interval, because I ran out of space, but that's fine. So here is my poster. I probably decorate it all and colour in the slime a little bit, but you get the general idea. So you will go and make a poster for your show. It is good because it will help you remember when your show needs to be ready by. I've got until the 11th of July to make my show. But it is also good to remind your audience when they have to be there for. So if I put it in the hallway, Kiki will not forget. She will be reminded every time she walks past it. And that is important because she is my only audience member. So you can put it up in your house. And then everyone will come and see your show. Oh, it's very exciting. So, to summarize, today's task is to create a poster for your show. It will need a title, a tagline, a date and time, and hopefully a nice picture as well as the place where it is going to happen. Then no one can forget, especially you. That is important. And now you will head off to make your show. Good luck with all of your rehearsals and putting it together. Please send me any images you have or any films. I would love to see them. Now, my velvets, there is a lot to think about this week. That's for sure. But remember, you can take as long as you like to make your show, to move things in and out, to rehearse, to work out what the show is about, to plan. You can work on it over the next months and present it at the end of the month, at the weekend. You can work on it over the summer holidays as a little project and present it at the end of the summer holidays. Or you could do it as a Christmas show. Or you could work on it over the next week. Oh, y'all, next week, it is the last ever episode of GYOG. But it is okay. It will be a fun one. We will be talking about the critic and the artist. So if you want to have done your show before then, well, that could be very exciting. But there is no pressure. It is totally up to you. Good luck